So I'm here in Torre Pacheco, and I've got to say, my first thoughts is it's actually a nice little town. Now when you drive into the town initially, there is an industrial estate, but it's like anything else. It's an industrial estate that has a rundown bit, and then there's an industrial estate that's actually really fine and it looks busy. Now there's people sitting at the bars over there, and do you know, you would never have thought the madness and the violence that took place in this town just, what was it, 8 days ago. So I'm going to take a walk around and just try and get a feel for the place, because you would never think that it's been at the heart of so much negativity when it comes to Spain and the ongoing issue that they have with immigrants from Morocco, which is interesting. But one of the things that I have noticed straight away is it's really peaceful. It is really peaceful. I think this is the church outside. Now obviously I don't want to get into the reasons why the violence took place. I think it's been well documented within the media. Church Square, this church was built, this is in English, this church was built in the last third of the century. The interior house is Virgin del Rosa, patron saint of the town, and the work and sculpture Sanchez and others. With the church there, some outstanding original stained glass windows, as well as the altarpiece, the creation carved to Jesus. It's interesting that that's all in English. In the year 1603, next to this stone, I find that the reference to the original church tower in the year 1704 with the Dean's coat of arms. I wonder if it's in Spanish. Yeah, it's in Spanish. So it's in Spanish and English. So, I mean, that tells you that there is obviously a big English population in Old Stone. Interesting. If that's the stones from the old church, old original church. Do you know, I had a little bit of anticipation when I was coming down here, due to the fact that, you know, will there be a whole anti-tourist thing? Check these old stones out. In 1704, 1603. These are the original carved stones from 1704. By the looks of it. And then this one from 1603. And then the modern church that is in its place. It's quite unusual seeing quite a modern church. I've been in, if you've watched this channel before, I have been in quite a lot of churches when I go to these small towns, and that one is really, really modern compared to some of the older ones that I've been in, and there's not as much gold in that one, but it is just a typical little Spanish town. So what happened I mean, obviously I know what happened to get it to the boiling point that it did, and all the, but the outburst in violence is the thing that really got me. The outburst in violence, which, there's obviously something ticking over, and a lot of the Spanish are saying, yeah, it's all to do with the fact that, the criminality side of what's going on with the Moroccans. But when you walk about, you would never think. I mean, it's just a normal little town. Which does make you think, is Spain on the boiling point? But anyway, let's take a walk around and see exactly. I mean, I'm not seeing any animosity between any Moroccans that I am seeing walking about and the Spanish. So, I mean, it has a lot of older buildings, a lot of newer ones. Hairdressers. But I think my main thought was it, and keep watching this video because there's two sides to this town. There's a side to the town that you think, Jesus, is it on the verge of mass tourism? Has it been the town of broken promises, where lots of investment has been promised and ultimately hasn't been fulfilled? And I think that is an issue in the Murcian region. Don't know which way to go. See Aquino. Let's take a walk up this way. That's fine. واحد درجة. Jewelers. It is just a typical little Spanish town. And at this time of day, you're just getting people just going around their normal business. Now, there were some shops that were attacked by the Spanish. But the way the media are reporting it, you think it was a town that was completely on the brink of mayhem. And it's not really. There's a sale going on in that shop. Weird. Right, let's head back down this way. Hola. Do you know, one thing that I'm noticing, there's quite a lot of shops here. Quite a lot of clothes shops. No idea where I am. Could be walking around in circles. Ah, there's... to another square. And there are quite a lot of bars kicking around. No idea what building this is. Let's cross over here. Tapas bar looks closed. Gotta admit, the paintings on this wall are absolutely fantastic. Not the normal kind of graffiti that you would get in a town. And you've got an older block of apartments over there. Dog. I've actually no idea where I am. Pharmacy saying it's only 27 degrees down here, which is a lot cooler than what it's been back home. Up the coast it's been a lot warmer. which is it's nice at only being 27 degrees, got to say. Supermarket, spa. Let's go down this way. You know, there's a tourist information place just over there. I've just seen the sign for the tourist information place, which is it's something that you wouldn't associate it with, considering what's been going on in the town. I'm going to take you over this way. There's a fantastic roundabout over there. I just want to see this building and go back to where this tourist information sign was. And the irony is they've got quite a few flags. All around that roundabout. Don't know what the flags all are, but I'm sure someone will be able to tell me. And then as we head back up this way, it was interesting that they had that sign in Spanish and in English. And I know there's a few golf resorts around here. I'm going to take you to the edge of the town now, and it's an issue that a lot of Spain has down this coastline. Nothing down the Med really. I think it's sometimes important to show that, you know, when a town has had so much bad media, that it's not a bad place. And yes, there may be underlying issues going on within the town that I am obviously completely unaware of, and you know, you can, but the locals are friendly enough. Sometimes. And there you go. Oficina de Turismo. Tourist office. A tourist office. Right, I'm going to find out where the car is, and then I'm going to take you to an edge of the town where you can see where there's been a bit of investment and a bit of disappointment. Furniture shop. This isn't too bad. And then that amazing roundabout, and I'm parked just round here. So let's head out to the edge of the town and you'll see all the new building that's going on, and a project that maybe hasn't helped the employment situation in the town. So I'm on the outskirts of the town, and I've got to say, this is a massive old industrial complex that's barbed wire offs and empty, just like these buildings here. So just on the edge of town, there is this massive hotel, spa, that is closed. And I've got to say, I mean, it's huge. You know, it would have had bars and everything, and I don't know why it's closed, I don't know how long it's been closed. But I mean, that would have been a massive employment opportunity for people in the area. And then you do have, there are bars in that over there. If you see over here, there's quite a few bars, restaurants, legal and tax advice. But it does say that there is an English population here, and if you do see this and you're on the channel, let us know what it is like. Now, there is a car hidden under the trees over here. You can see it. There is a car hidden under the trees. I'm not going to investigate. I'm not that crazy. And then if you look away down here, just at the end, it has Spain's national birds in abundance. There's lots of building work going on. I'm going to go down there and see what that is, because that's a resort, a golf resort. Could you imagine in the UK, villages or towns or areas where you have a gated community? And is that one of the problems in Spain? I mean, this place is like, it's almost like Fort Knox to get in and out. You see the electric gate opening up. We are close to the airport here. I mean, that's a massive electric gate. You're not getting in and out there easily. And then when you look at the double fence that surrounds the place, with the flood protection part, it's like going back 100 years, 200 years, 300 years, where we built the city walls and we didn't let the riffraff in, our enemies. And that's what it is in the modern day, isn't it? As I watch the electric gate close. Is this really how we're going to start living in the future? I think it is. No, never mind about the locals. Figs. It's not figs, what are they? It's a very divisive thing, and I can understand why people of Spain are against people buying property in Spain just for speculation. Because let's be honest, would you want this in your town? Would you want a bunch of people living in a compound with their riches and with their money and with their elegance and whatever? It does make you wonder the way that the world is going. Anyway, I'll leave you with that thought. Hasta luego.